his altar.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Well, thank you.
Cool. Hey,
Thank
sweetie.
You're our honorary wob.
Yes, we love you too.
And the water is very cold.
Get him. Get him. Drench his ass.
Oh, hey, we're live now, y'all.
Well, I
We're
said
live.
ass in terms of anatomical ass.
Well, all right,
It's
but
not a vulgarity. Ass.
Get it out of your system.
Hi, everyone.
We're back.
Welcome to service. It's January 13th, the midpoint of the Kemetic year on the Reform calendar. So,
Friday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Me.
well, Friday the 13th aren't the same for me anymore.
No.
But hopefully this will be a good one. And I hope everyone's doing well. We've just been kind of going nuts for the last couple of weeks. Hopefully some things will start to change for the better. And so that's, what we're here for. It's like if noon is the midpoint of the day, this is the noon time of the year. So, looking back at pictures of my altar and things that we've done in years past, usually I have a red painted Eye of Horus that we'd set somewhere on the altar. It's actually framed, and it's above the view of the webcam, so you can't really see it, but it's framed overlooking everything.
He sees you.
Yeah, so the eye is there. So I made a nice frame for it about a year after. I mean, not about a year, but shortly after this time last year. So, so Kit Fox, 9/11, howdy, you guys, and I'm sure some other folks are going to be joining us, and we'll get ready to have a fun time. Oh, and I'll remind everyone next Friday, but 1 week from Sunday, I will be at World Religion Day. It's a local event that we're having for the first time since before the pandemic. And so there will be lots of folks that we'll get to see. And I'm hoping that they will stream it live this year. If they do, I will make sure that everyone knows, that there's a link so you'll be able to watch it. It'll be in the afternoon. And they typically have 3 topics, for panel discussion. And I often appear, as a panel speaker. So, I'll field the questions beforehand so I can get input from y'all and say, this, because I do know that the questions they had were, one was, what are some things people get wrong about your religion? I'm like, oh boy, let me form a list. Another one was, the intolerance is on the rise. What can we do, to, combat, such a thing? But another one was, how has the pandemic affected, your worship services and the things that you do? And, well, we have plenty that we can talk about because even what we're doing right now is kind of a byproduct of the pandemic. And it's something that I'm very glad that we, keep doing because, I think it's a great thing just to offer, and it always is a high point of my week too. So, so hi Oracle. I don't know how much of that you caught or not, but
you should know he's an oracle. Don't worry about
it. just let me know and I'll refresh you on it. But let's go ahead and get things started. So we are.
That's a 2 for 1. It could be sarcastic too.
Say what? Oh, what about sarcastic?
That was a 2 for 1 joke.
Yeah.
The way he said that, it could also be sarcastic too.
Oh, hey, Caitlin. Oh, yeah. And that's something else that I will definitely have to mention too. And I do is that we have folks from all over the world,
right,
including down under that tune in for things like this, and that's just that's awesome.
And we love you all.
Yes. So. Let's go ahead and get things started. These cool waters are upon my hands. They purify me. This technique purifies me. Hail unto you, O Natural. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands. Our purity is within our hearts. And we have cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure.
Yeah, this is a multi-denominational worship service.
Oh.
Because I call Jesus every time I'm in here. Man, that's cold.
Well, it's had plenty of time to get to the ambient temperature.
Where are we, Hoff?
Oh, come on.
Oh, I totally dig that.
What?
We were on Hoff.
No, because I'd have if we were I'd need to employ Roger as a tauntaun caller.
That's true. Well,
so he used to make noises like one too. But anyway, just kind of peeking in over here. Oh, it's 95 degrees down in Australia and New Zealand.
Man, break out the jackets. It's freezing.
So, Seti, the red cap. Hey, howdy. So, let's go ahead and actually, I'm going to light several candles. That's one thing that I've kind of noticed because we end up lighting a bunch of candles. So, it's almost like the filling of the sacred eye is the closest that we have to a festival of lights, at least from what I've seen, because looking at all the stuff that we do, we end up lighting a lot of candles between that and then of course the Osset Luminous, so tell you what, let's see if we can get that one. There we go. And oh, wait, my first shoe. Come on, there we go. For a second.
We almost perpetually have Sekhmet and Mahes lit.
Yeah, it's funny. I was actually wondering, okay, is there any weather going on right now that we need to light a candle for Mahes for? We may end up having to do that anyway, because I know in California, a lot of folks have been dealing with.
Yeah, California keeps getting dumped on.
Yeah,
while it is helping them deal with their drought, it's having its
actually the drought totals have been completely wiped out. They are no longer in a state of drought.
Wow. Well, okay. But so I heard some other people saying that it's still going to take a long time to overcome that. But
according to the thermal scans from the Weather Service, it's parched enough in the whole state. No more drought.
Well, you know what? I guess everybody's prayers for rain came due all at once. Yep. So, yeah. But
so whoever got that FanDuel thing going for all of it at once, they cashed in. I hope they had their insurance paid up.
FanDuel. That's the.
It's an online betting thing.
Oh yeah, FanDuel. Anyway, come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
Yes, and my phone just notified me that Kemetic Independent channel is going live.
Hey guys, did y'all know the Kemetic Independent is live right now? Awesome. Everybody should watch.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra in all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world. To everyone who is tuning in now, and will be joining us later. East and west, north and south. This eye of Horus comes. And we are all purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
You arise in the Aketas Kepri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven in Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, Amun, Ptah, O Yuneshiru, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out Aspet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters, which are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. O Yunechiru, these waters are the eye of Horus. Your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, Yunechiru, that you may be purified with it. Oh, could I get you to go and get something for me? That particular Kit Kat that's on the bar?
Yes, ma'am.
So by the time you get it, should be ready to put it on the
Okay.
the Aku plate. We give you incense. We give you incense, great of purity. Its fragrance is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you. It adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. O Yunechiru, we give to you this eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. I don't know if anyone else has that problem when you go to set a stick of incense in the holder and the spot for it's a little loose, and so it kind of sits at a jaunty angle. I try to keep it straight so that the ash doesn't fall everywhere. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Yunechiru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. And I'm going to see if I can show this, a little bit of this to you, because this is something that, it's kind of a regional thing, and not everyone may be familiar with it. But it's after Epiphany for, the rest of the world. And so that marks the beginning of Mardi Gras / carnival season. And one of the things that comes out around this time of year is king cake. And so you have a little slice of it right here. And the frosting on it has green and purple and a little bit of yellow for gold, because those are the colors of Mardi Gras. And so this one's filled with Bavarian cream. They'll make them with different fillings. And so that's part of the bread on which gods live.
Here you go.
All righty. Thank you, sir. The gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Unicadu. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine and your water. Pure, pure is Ra Horeketi within his house. Pure, pure is Amun within his house. Ptah, south of his wall, within his house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure, for Ra Horeketi, Amun, and Ptah, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horeketi. Come to your body, O Amun. Come to your body, O Ptah. Come to your bodies, O Unicadu, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Amun, before Ptah. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time.
I'll excuse myself and I'll go call him.
Go ahead and take the. Yes, that was brother number 1.
Yes.
Brother number 2 called earlier in the day. His ringtone is Shout by Tears for Fears, because he likes to complain a lot. So. All life comes from them, all health comes from them, all stability comes from them, and all good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. O Ra Horeketi, and your son, the Osir Nisu Nebkepra Ra, your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. And now, from the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead. And what I had Darren fetch was a Kit Kat, because my friend Amy, who passed away in 2021, she liked Kit Kats. So inexplicably, I ended up getting dark mint flavored ones. Darren doesn't like mint chocolate, but for some reason I got these, and I got the sense it's like, you know what? I bet Amy wanted these, so I made sure that she has one. And so we light this candle that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Duat. And we bring them these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. And dark mint Kit Kats. Porake ta henket kakao abdu senachurmarat kudnibet nofra wabet al khadnasharim and cow and aku kudnibu macherenibu hirnachara. A voice offering, bread and beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives, for the cause of all of these aku, all true of voice before the great God. And now we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your Ka shall live. Truly, your Enid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Enid says unto you, your word is law, eternally. The Svet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. And may we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti. We may witness Ra's perfection every day. Okay. Yes, and an offering of laughter. Definitely. Oh. And, okay. Oh, and we've had some thanks for successful surgery and mostly smooth recovery. That's wonderful. May this calendar year bring all who wish it closer to health. May you be cool, don't you? Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you. And Sabelin is prayers for the health and safety of my partner, my family, and also my therapist. Yes. And Mary Rob, prayers for luck this new semester. You bet. So, offering along with those prayers, there's this is something that is specifically meant for. It says it's translated as the second month of winter, last day. Basically, that would be the month of Makir, the last day. And if you think about it, that's 6 months into the Egyptian year. So that's this point here. And so I know some of you guys have been doing a little study for the Book of the Dead. This is from Book of the Dead, chapter 140. And it's for filling the sacred eye. The mighty one appears, lighting up the horizon. A tomb appears, perfumed with incense, the luminous one who rises in the sky. The mansion of the Benben is in joy, and all its residents are assembled. A voice calls out within the shrine. A shout reverberates throughout Duat. Obeisance is done at the word of Atum Horaketi. His Majesty gives command to the Aeneid attending him, for he is happy to contemplate the sacred eye. Behold my body, to which protection has been given, and all my limbs which have been made to flourish. His Majesty's words go forth, and his eye rests in her place upon his brow in the 4th hour of the night, and the land is happy in this last day of Mahir. The majesty of the sacred eye is before the Aeneid. A tomb shines as on the first occasion, and the sacred eye is in his head. Ra Atum, the everlasting, the sacred eye, Shu, Geb, Osir, Set, and Horu, Jehuti, who travels eternity, Nut, Asit, Nebatat, Hathor, the victorious, and the 2 Shemayet goddesses, Ma'at, Anapu of the sacred land, born of eternity, and the Ba of Jedu. When the sacred eye has been filled in the presence of the Lord to the limit, standing completed and content, these gods are joyful on this day. Their hands support her, and the feast of all the gods is celebrated. They say, Hail unto you, praise to Ra. The sacred bark sails, and Apep is felled. Hail to you, and praise to Ra. The form of Khepri has come into being. Hail to you, and praise to Ra. Rejoice over him, for his enemies have been driven away. Hail to you, and praise to Ra. The heads of the Mozabadesh have been cut off. Worship to you, and praise to Ra. And this is something a little bit newer. And I've adapted this from another translation of the pyramid texts. This is something that hasn't gone into another book yet. This is straight out of my notebook. Hail to you, O Ra, in your life and your goodness, on your thrones and your daises. Bring to us life and prosperity, health and happiness, clothing and food, that we may partake of them. Like Jehuti, may we see you when you go forth in the sunbark and shine upon the twin horizons. In Ma'a. Heaven is pure for Ra. Earth is pure for Horus. Every god and goddess between them is pure, and we worship them. Yes, prayers for life, prosperity, and health. Good luck with the new semester. Continued healing. I asked for healing for my grandmother, who's in the hospital again. Apparently she's having trouble with falling, but at 91, that's an issue one comes to expect. I hope we get the opportunity to help her see if she can make her house a little more barrier free. That's something Darren and I are kind of familiar with. So I pray we get that opportunity to be more help to her. And continued prayers for everyone who's tuning in. And for Sebekekaway and Kit Fox, may they be able to welcome a child this year. We ask God to bless them. And I think I've got another. Yes. Okay. Another chapter for overthrowing the evil one. Hail unto you, O Ra. You live, and the evil serpent dies. Hail unto you, O Ra. You sail in your sunbark, alive, well, and happy, while your wicked foes are cast into the fire and consumed. Begone, Nut, Be gone, Rurik. Be gone forever, I say. You and your confederates shall not exist. You shall not be seen, shall not be heard, shall not be perceived. You shall not act, shall not work Hika. You shall not recruit nor grow in numbers. Lo, you shall grow weak, you shall diminish, you shall become no more. Hail unto you, O Ra! You sail forth in joy every day. Your reach is far and long, your works are mighty. Your powerful stroke hits its mark every time. Your followers serve you. They hear your words. Their voices are heard extolling your name far and wide. The ranks of your followers grow in number and strength. O Ra, your name is established for eternity. Your works endure forever. Ma'at makes her place upon your brow for all time. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra. Hail and praise. Hail and praise. Hail and praise. Hail and praise unto you. Okay. And if anyone's got a request for divination, just toss that cookie icon on there. Don't toss your cookies, but but we'll get those going. Okay, Sadie, can I have prayers? Prayers to help with addiction. I'm trying to quit for my betterment, but struggling sober. Yes, prayers to you. Yes, I like that. Every day of recovery is the first time. It's starting over. Okay, and when I see Sarcastic's got one for Mrs. Jackal. All right, we'll start with Sebekekaway, then Zabalin, then Kit Fox, then Mrs. Jackal, and then Sarcastic. Okay. Yes, and Darren would have a lot more professional advice as far as the addiction, and quitting that goes. Get if you've got access to some professional help, make full use of it. That it's well nigh impossible for most people to do it alone. Build a support network for yourself, and we're here. If you need to talk to anyone here, just reach out to us, I guess. So, okay, Sebekekaway, starting us off. Oh, yeah, we'll also need one for the whole group. I'll do that one next. So we're starting off for Sebekekaway. When things go wrong, don't go with them. Whatever happens, don't let yourself get dragged down. When things go wrong, don't go with them. Sebekekaway, that one was for you. Now, briefly, this one is for everyone. So if you're tuning in later after the fact and can't make a request, this is for you. Oh, 2 of them. So for everyone, this is a 2-parter today. The first part of it. It is a happy talent to know how to play. Now, that can be like playing an instrument, but it can also be just know how to play, know how to relax, know how to let your hair out and have fun. Now, the second one here. See what this says. Before you wonder, am I doing things right? Ask, am I doing the right things? Now let's put these together real quick. And again, this is for everyone. Before you wonder, am I doing things right? Ask, am I doing the right things? It is a happy talent to know how to play. The sense that I'm getting from that is it's time to, if you're stuck in a conundrum, and there's a lot of stuff going on. We're just had a big transition being into a new year, and we're at the midpoint of the liturgical year, and there's a lot going on. Step back and take your mind off things, relax. That's something that I definitely need to do this weekend. Because if you're sitting there, if you're wound up and going, oh, am I doing things right? Well, maybe you need to step outside of the proverbial box, and go play and do something silly, and then come back and get a fresh start. Ask, am I doing the right things? So I'm setting these two here on the offering plane, so that's for everyone. But now getting back to Zabalin, and then Kit Fox. Zabalin, you got two as well. Your first one. A distant relative will call you soon. Now the second one. When the moment comes, take the first one from the right. So Zabalin, a distant relative will call you soon. When the moment comes, take the first one from the right. Hope that comes, and I hope it's something good when you have a distant relative help, because you can always have one show up and it's like, oh yeah, then again. Hopefully it's not one of those. Okay, Kit Fox. Before you can see the light, you have to deal with the darkness. Sounds like you guys are going through some tough things right now. But hang in there. Before you can see the light, you have to deal with the darkness. It could be that right now there's, some final hurdle you've got to overcome. But we're here for you and we're cheering you on. Okay. So for Mrs. Jackal and then Sarcastic. There we go. Oh, that's hiding. Oh, that's cute. Okay, this is one for Mrs. Jackal. And where the cookie landed, you can't see it because it's underneath the table, but I have a box that I have tarot cards and things like that in, and it's a picture of Anubis on the cover of the box. So this one is definitely from him. So if she was wanting to ask Anubis something specific, I think he directly answered. And it says, no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. So again, for Mrs. Jackal, no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. I get the sense that this is, if you were wondering if you were wasting your time with something, no, you're not. So, okay, so sarcastic and then creature of legend. Okay. Yes, and I have to thank Darren. He's basically running interference for us right now and talking to my brother on the phone. Okay, so sarcastic. And this one says, never spit against the wind. I don't know what they're calling you out on, sweetheart, but never spit against the wind. Think about what's going on or what the prevailing wind is doing before you do something rash. So there you go, sarcastic. Then creature of legend. Creature of legend. A goal is a dream with a deadline. Another saying that comes to mind is someday never comes. In this case, something you've been dreaming about doing, this might be the year to, get on it. A goal is a dream with a deadline. And I get the sense, I hopefully this will make more sense to you, but I get the sense that there's something that's time sensitive and they're telling you don't wait on it because, you'll end up missing that opportunity or that time frame. There could be something going on that you don't know about, but if you want to take advantage of it, you need to get started on it this year. So that's why they're saying a goal is a dream with a deadline. So. Okay. And Oracle, and then Jake Ishhabi Joachim. I hopefully I'm reading that correctly. Okay, and I'm just reading over. As said, have any non-Kemetic gods ever had interest with you with the spiritual service? I'm curious. Ishtar is on the altar, and she's somebody that has I've ended up. It's funny. You can end up getting to know or work with a deity, and it almost feels like you've known them a long time, and it's like that's when you sort of, it's like you come home, I guess, to them too. But what helps is that Ishtar was known to the Egyptians, so it's not like she's completely out in left field. But it happens sometimes, and even for me, it's kind of weird. It's like, well, okay, this, this is not my main thing that I do, but if you don't mind coming over, to Ra's place, we can all have, a big feast, and she doesn't seem to mind, so hopefully that helps. Okay, so just hobby or best hobby. Okay. So making sure that I stay. Okay. So Oracle, then best hobby, and then 9/11. Ori. Yes, and I know Darren would be saying, well, you should know already. Your name's Oracle. Ori, success will not attack you. You must attack it. Or as and it's strange that this came to my head, but I guess I was meant to hear it, even though it was a country song, and I normally don't like those. But there was one that happened to be playing in the grocery store one time not too long ago, and there was a line in there about if you have a dream, chase it because a dream won't chase you back. So in that vein, your fortune says success will not attack you. You must attack it. So, Bastavi. Bastavi. Speak softly and sweetly. I think they're warning you. Don't say the wrong thing to somebody. Just be gentle. Speak softly and sweetly. Okay, next 9/11. Well, okay. Oh. Well, 9/11, I think Anapu is telling you something too, because it ended up landing in the same spot. There we go. Okay. One of the best ways to persuade others is with your ears, by listening to them. So 9/11, one more time. One of the best ways to persuade others is with your ears, by listening to them. Yes, if you want to be heard, the first thing you have to do is listen. Okay. Let's see who's next. Mary Bra, and then Serrana. And I'll scroll down and catch up. Just a minute. Married Ra, everyone around you is rooting for you. Don't give up. Got some encouragement. Everyone around you is rooting for you. Don't give up. And Serrana. Okay, Serrana. There is no greater pleasure than seeing your loved ones prosper. I get the sense that means be a mom. You got some little ones that will do them a world of good. There's no greater pleasure than seeing your loved ones prosper. And I could say, in light of what we've been dealing with, like with Darren's mom, the last couple of weeks, and that's kind of an ongoing drama. Um, different people in your life will end up kind of taking priority for a little while, and you have to end up focusing on them, and then eventually it shifts back around. And like in our case, hopefully we can kind of shift back to ourselves for a little while. But sometimes you just got to take time and focus on somebody, someone that you love. So there's no greater pleasure than seeing your loved ones prosper. Yeah. Okay. And all the opportunities. Yeah. Cool. I'm just kind of reading over some of the comments and stuff and catching up. Okay, and so the sound's coming in and out for Kayleen. Okay. Risking abusing it. Okay. Cool. Mm. Okay. All right. Sound is fixed. Awesome. Okay. If anyone's got any other requests, if I missed anybody, then let me know. And we'll make sure that we got everyone. And if anyone has any other prayer requests, I know there's some folks that usually tune in that haven't been lately. Like I'm suddenly thinking of Kai Sobek, and he always asks for prayers for life and well-being for his grandmother as well. And I know Jory, who's on the Facebook group, has been concerned about his grandfather lately. So, prayers for life and prosperity and health for all of them. Yeah. And did I see another? Okay. Okay. And that is quite an interesting story too. But Best coming to, eat something that was threatening you in a dream, and that immediately makes me think of a reference to her. It's in the coffin text, I think, and it asks Bast to, as the firstborn daughter of a tomb, to be our protection, until the dawn comes. And she was definitely being your protection in that instant. So that's a really, really powerful experience there. So let me make sure that there isn't anything else cool to read in here. Okay. Yeah, this is something else it's part of the litany to Shu, and it's printed in Circle of the Sun. So I'll read from that real quick. Oh, you 8 Heh gods of Heh gods, who encircle the sky with your arms, who gather together sky and earth for Geb. Shu fashioned you in chaos, in noon, in darkness and gloom. He allots to you Geb and Nut. While Shu is repeating time, Neheh, and Tefnut is enduring, Jet. Shu is the one whom Atum fashioned. His robe is the air of life. A cry for him went out from the mouth of Atum. The air opened upon his ways. He makes the sky light after darkness. His pleasing colors the breath of Atum. Storm clouds in the sky are his efflux. Hailstorms and dusk are his sweat. The length of the sky is his stride. The width of the earth are his settlements. All living things upon the back of Geb, by Atum's command does Shu govern them. His life is in their nostrils. He guides breath into their throats. Oh, Shu, may you continue to bless us with the breath of life and those that we love, and to grant us life, prosperity, and health. Let's see. Cool. Well, tell you what, I'll just put out there, if you haven't hit like on this video already, then be sure and do that, and I'll see if I can generate an invitation if anybody doesn't have that for the Discord. And also, like I said, I will hang on. Am I logged in? Hang on, here we go. All right. No, not that. Well, I've actually got a window up here. All right, dismiss that. Invite people. Here we go. Here we go. Yes. Okay. Yeah. And I just put an invitation up, and yeah, we're gonna do the closing prayers. And also, I was just going to suggest, if anyone didn't get to tune in at the beginning, I'll remind you guys next week, because a week from Sunday, I'm going to be at the local World Religion Day representing. Usually, the banner that I have it says Egyptian paganism, because that kind of, it's easy for the straights to to figure out, but. I may be speaking on a panel, and there will be a few questions, and I'm going to, once I know which one I'm going to be on, I will, let guys know through the Discord and the Facebook group what the questions are, so I can get y'all's input, and I can say, well, these are things that, my fellow Kemetic Reformed pagans have to say about. One of the questions, which I hope I get that one, is what are some things that people get wrong about your religion? Because we could kind of go on a list about that. And another one was how has the pandemic changed the way that we do things, and I can talk up the wonderful things that we do here. So I will keep everyone abreast of what goes on with that. And I'll hopefully they will put it to where it's live streaming as well. And if so, I'll get a link to share with you guys so you can actually watch when we do our panels. So yeah, I will keep everyone posted on that. So hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Enid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Gebet, the Earth's Ba, endures. As the name of Nut, the Shrine of Shenit in Unu, endures. As the name of Oser, Kentiamentiu, endures. As the name of Aset in Nicheru, endures. As the name of Sutek in Nibet, endures. As the name of Horus in Pei, endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep, endures. As the name of Jehudi and Kemenu endures, as the name of Ra and the Akhet endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Amun, O Ptah. You have come in peace, O Yinachuru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra. May you go forth in peace, O Yinachuru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to go and check and see if there are any other comments. Before we go, I did kind of want to show off a little something that I've been tweaking because someone was kind enough to send me a box of, or a can of baklava. So I decided to see if I could do something fun with it. And hopefully this will end up in giving us some music in a video somewhere. I just wanted to show this to you guys because I've been having a lot of fun messing with it over the last, of course, been working a few bugs out of it because, yeah, it's not quite there, but I figured I'd give you guys the laugh before we head out. Okay. Okay, and okay, see, Mary Draws, can I send you an example of Kemetic hymns and works for songs? You can use mine. Oh, you know what? What I would love to do is actually get some nice clean vocals from you, and then put some music behind it, and you know, see if I can build up something cool like with what I just showed you. So yeah, I would love to do that. And I noticed that Best Hobby, I think you were saying that. Yeah, you have a good singing voice. You're not using enough. I'll have to give you guys some tips on how to get a good space to record voice and you know, get something nice and clean with not too much echo, and because you know, I'll chant things in the service, but I don't know about actually singing. That's something I need some coaching on that. But those of you that do things like that, that is awesome, and that just adds one more element of wow to what we do here. So yes, I would love to be able to work with y'all on that. And so thank you. And Kayleen, I remember you also said Warajuri. So thank you. Yes, and Mary Dra will, yes, you will be our head Shemayat, our head singer. So thank you so much for joining us, guys. Y'all have a good week. Awesome. Love you guys. Big hugs.